So we're going to have you sit in, and we're going to have you reading real facts from the teleprompter. So what we're doing today is exciting. We're going to have you reading from the teleprompter. These are real facts. These are all true, well-researched facts about gun control.
Okay.
So, and you're going to be reading facts about gun control.
Okay.
So is it going to come up in front of that lens? Will be seeing it? Okay.
Yeah, so like here's how it'll look. Right?
Did you know, according to the CDC, there were roughly 38,000 gun deaths in 2016?
2/3 of them were suicides.
There are over 300 million guns in the United States.
There are over 5 times more murders by knives than by rifles.
The U.S. has the highest gun ownership rate in the world, but ranks 28th in gun murders.
That's a rate of 2.97 deaths per 100,000 people.
Handguns are responsible for more than 80% of total mass shootings. Handguns.
Between 1993 and 2003, gun ownership increased by 56%, while gun violence decreased by nearly half.
Since 1950, nearly all mass public shootings have occurred in gun-free zones. That's crazy.
From 2013 to 2015, the 6 states that banned open carry actually experienced higher rates of police death.
86.4% of 20,000 police chiefs and sheriffs support concealed carry and are overwhelmingly against further gun control.
Those that have concealed carry permits, on average, commit less crime than police. Imagine that.
Yeah, what does that mean?
There is a clear correlation between higher firearm ownership and reducing police killings.
Switzerland, a nation of about 8 million, is armed with an estimated 2 million guns in circulation with limited gun legislation.
Switzerland's overall gun homicide rate is practically zero. Gun ownership does not correlate with the homicide rate.
Interesting. I just kind of blindly chose a side on the whole issue without really thinking about facts.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, for me, I don't really go to the main news sources because a lot of it's always pushed by an agenda, you know what I mean? So, to get the real facts, you always have to do more research.
I mean, it definitely makes me want to do more research about everything that's happening right now with gun violence.
It's interesting to actually take the time and see what the facts say as opposed to what I personally feel.
I didn't know a lot of that. Pretty much all of it.
Gun control does not really mean crime control.
They're really worried about controlling guns, but it's not really up to the guns itself that's gonna cause harm to people. It's really about the bad people.
I mean, it boils down to people, I feel like. But yeah, I mean, facts are facts, so.
Nothing but the facts, please. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the other side of everything else. Here we are on the other side. Everything else is right over there. Oh, yeah. Little facts about gun control and what's going on there. So why do they want to control our guns? Is it because they want to control us? Because if the only people that have guns are the criminals and the government, where does that leave the law-abiding citizen, such as myself, at least now? And speaking of crime, it is a big thing. Seems to still get ignored a lot, and a lot of the cities that's having these high crime just seem to ignore that it's going on, or they say that it's not as bad as it is. And well, here at the other side of everything else, like, subscribe, comment. But please like, subscribe so you won't miss anything. You don't always make it to YouTube. Hopefully this one will make it to YouTube. But I put it on Rumble and of course Facebook. I'll put links, and I'll put links for Truth Social, and then I'll do on Spotify for podcasters, and I'll put it up on other avenues. And But here at the crack staff, and I just mean that because they're high all the time. That's why I call them the crack staff. But here at the crack staff, the other side of everything else, they caught a crime in progress, and they happened to be there when the police was interviewing the victim, as it goes. I guess that's the correct term.
Walk me through what happened, and please be specific, okay?
Okay, so I had just eaten this vegan dinner, and it was really bad. It was miso tofu, and there was this coconut bacon on top, but it was bad. It was soggy, and it was
No, ma'am, the incident. How did it transpire?
Well, I was turning this corner right here, okay? And then they punched me in the face, they took my Goyard bag, and then they flashed me their penis.
It's okay, calm down. Did they look homeless?
Why would you assume that? Housed people steal things too.
Not really. How many people attacked you?
One?
One? But you just said they.
Yeah, I'm being gender neutral.
Ma'am, I'm conducting a serious investigation. I need you to be more specific. You were attacked by a single male.
I don't know what they were.
But it was one person.
Yes, they were one person.
And you said he flashed his penis at you, correct?
No, I said they. I said they flashed their penis at me.
So it wasn't a male penis.
I don't know!
Okay, this is, what were they wearing?
Honestly, they were dressed like a victim of this capitalist society.
Right. Did they have any facial markings, tattoos, scars, beards maybe?
They had a beard.
Great, so it was a male human.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I don't know. You leave me in the desert for 2 weeks and I'd come back looking all Duck Dynasty too.
I'm not following you.
Women can have beards. What are you gonna do if you find them? Are you gonna put them in a custody suite?
Ma'am, I will say this one more time. I'm conducting a serious investigation. You need to be more specific. What did the person look like?
They were white. Oh, they were so white. They were white as snow, white as a fucking marshmallow, white as rice.
Okay.
White like a cotton ball, white like a bone. Just really, really white.
So maybe they were transracial.
What do you mean?
I don't know, maybe a black person stuck in a white person's body?
Oh, food for thought. Food for thought. Well, I've always felt like a lesbian stuck in a man's body. So I don't know. Could it happen? Could it be? We live in crazy times. But hopefully they, them, and him, the single male penis gets in a custody suite. But okay, let's get to some music. Oh, this crazy world of ours. This crazy, crazy big blue ball of gases. But anyway, Billy Morrison, name you might not be too familiar with. I think he's actually been playing with Billy Idol here lately. He's got a album out called, or I think the album coming out in April, I think it is, called the Morrison Project. And he's having some special guests on there. Ozzy sings on the one I'm getting ready to play. And it sounds pretty cool. So I figured I'd give you a little taste of it, and when it comes out, we'll check it out, and then we'll explore into it some more. But right now, let me give you a little taste of this song that Billy Morrison does with Ozzy. This will be on the Morrison Project. taste, a little taste right there. Maybe that's the wrong terminology used. And the song's called Crack Cocaine. It's not really about crack cocaine, though. It's about the feeling of the addiction, and he's relating it to the situation and stuff, I believe that's what it's about anyway. I've only gave it a couple of listens, but I'm really digging the guitar in it, and Ozzy sounding good, and it's good to see Ozzy actually, he was out there doing stuff because he's still got his health problems. He's not been able to tour. He hasn't been able to do any shows yet. I think he's still hoping to, but I mean, his last few albums has been top notch. So I really enjoy his album. So it's good to see him out there doing some stuff. And it looked like Steve Stevens, who also played with Billy Idol, looked like he was in the video there. So good to see those two guys can work together, even though they're play with the same guy or whatever. Steve Stevens is such an excellent guitarist. But I don't know much about the Billy Morrison guy, but I'm assuming that he's good. I mean, from what I've heard, I really like. So anyway, there's something to look forward to and to check out. And like I said, when the album comes out, we'll give it a good listen and see if we want to highlight it. But right now, we're going to get into a little loco. Not loco like crazy, but local, like in the vicinity. This is my area here, Scott County, Indiana, and a friend of mine, Tony Begley. He's a excellent drummer, one of the finest drummers out there. I mean, he's a powerhouse. And then Fred Elam, no relation, but at least not directly. The whole weird dynamic there. But anyway, stand-up guy. He's a great guy, and I know his mom and his dad. I graduated with him, and he. I mean, I watched him grow as a musician, and as a person, and watch him become a teenager into father and a husband, not in that order, but anyway, excellent guitarist. His vocals are good. My friend Tony, his backing vocals has gotten so good, and I hope this gives him enough credit on the highlight here. But I got a few songs here we're going to jump into. This is Fred Elam, Tony Begley. They were just playing a little acoustic show, and like I said, when I do get out, I don't get out as often as I used to. When I do get out, I like to highlight some local musicians, or and if you got anything from your area local you want me to do, send me a link. I'll check it out. If I like it, and I'll definitely highlight it, whether it's your band or a friend of your band or just a band you like. But right now, let's go ahead and just jump into a little Freddie and Tony Begley.
Which way we should turn together, all
go faithfully, baby. Not an easy song to sing. And I like the way they put it on the acoustic, and I love what they're doing right there. And hopefully we're going to hear some more of them. I know Tony goes out and helps Fred out a lot, and Fred does a lot of just solo stuff. And then Tony stepped up and said, "Hey, you'll do some." And I get a Tisa. I don't know if I'm saying her name right. Tisa White, and I think she helps him out a lot. So maybe I'll catch her sometime too. I know her dad and stuff, and but just good time. Good time. It's good seeing old friends. Got to hang out with some buddies of mine, and had some family there, and it was just a good night out, and had a good time with them. And I'm gonna stick to some local. This is around my area. It's over in Cincinnati, and it's actually I'm just friends with a guy on Facebook, Dave Hope. I'm gonna try to remember to get you tagged in this. He's got a band called Apocalyptic Lovers. And they've been in the studio, and they got an album getting ready to come out. So I just jumped into some of their older stuff, and I threw on here just to give you an idea of what they are. And then when their new album comes out, I give it a listen and give it a good highlight. But I talked to them on Facebook quite a bit. We got a mutual love of Dawkins, and I hear a lot of Dawkins in their stuff. And like I said, he's over in Cincinnati, Ohio. And the way I got to actually have them on my radar is getting off the cruise, he was handing out little stickers or flyers or something that had the Apocalyptic Lovers on them. So the name always stuck in my mind, and then we became, I don't remember if I requested his friendship or he requested my friendship on Facebook or what it was, but so we kind of connected that way. So I check out a video here and there, I check out a song here and there, and so I figured, well, it's about time I gave my highlight. So sticking to the local theme, local area of Cincinnati, and hopefully I know they're going to be searching for through labels and see what they can get. If not, they're going to self-released, and I think they're hoping to have it out by summer. So he's been kind of keeping a highlight diary or whatever, them going through the process in the studio, or at least giving the updates and stuff, and so. If it's sounding anything like what we got here, and according to him, it sounded better, which is usually what most people say about their new album. But most bands, especially these local bands, they grow, and I don't know if they've got the same members from all these, but it looked like they've kept pretty much the same members. So Apocalyptic Lovers, I love the name too. Love the name. So let's go ahead and jump in and give you a little highlight of some. Apocalyptic Lover. Now that things are said and done, yesterday is dead and gone. Tomorrow's got me on the run. A blood-red sky comes crashing down. By your will, that kingdom come. No one knows what lies ahead. Oh yeah, Dying Days. Oh, Dying Days. One mill was Killing for a Living. Them Better Days is I think that was their latest one. That was of course about the pandemic and all that stuff. And I have no idea about his political affiliations or anything like that. And none of that matters because it's always about the music. That's what we got to get away from. These artists and these actors, they gotta quit putting their political views out there and just give us the product. Let us enjoy it. Don't alienate half your audience, But anyway, just what I know of Dave through Facebook, music. Sounded like a good guy, family man. He's very passionate about the music. A lot of his influences are my influences. So that's why we connect. Of course, that's why he's on the Monster Rock Cruise. That's probably, and then that was genius going on there and having some flyers of Apocalyptic Lovers. If that was him, I think it was him. That's one I ended up being friends with on Facebook anyway. He's the drummer, by the way, and I love his drumming. He sounds great. So Apocalyptic Lovers, go check out some more, and then when their new album comes out, we'll be checking out that and giving you a little taste of that and let you know how that goes. Now I'm going to highlight a band that I just started going through some bands. I didn't know if they was new. I didn't know if they was old. They were just bands I wasn't familiar with. And I got a few, and I'm going to highlight some more next week probably. But there's a band called the Cassanovas. Got my attention. Started out as a trio, as a brothers, and then I think one of the brothers quit, and you just got the one original member, and then I think they got 4 members now. But so they've evolved and moved on as they went on. They actually started around the early 2000s. I think their first album came out around 2004 or something like that. So they've been out for a good little while, and but it's just guitar, bass, drums, vocals. Just good old rock and roll. Nothing, not a lot of effects. Just good old in-your-face rock and roll, and that's what I love. So without going any further, let me just jump into some of the Cassanovas.
Oh, it's burning in the night, burning in the night, burning in the night, burning like a nightmare. Hollywood riot, 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 Hollywood riot. Now you
Oh yeah, we're gonna go ahead and cut her off right there. That was a song called "Nasty." I didn't get into the lyrics there. I just kind of stopped there because I like that little break right there, and then jump into some excellent guitar work. I really like that. It's a band out of Australia. Dude, Australia, they gave us AC/DC. Gave us Midnight Oil, and some good bands came out of Australia. But it's not like the UK, or something. Or here lately, Switzerland, man, has been on fire. But Australia's got some really good bands coming out of there, and that's a band called the Cassanovas. NXX is another band that comes to mind now, Australia. But like I said, good variety comes out of Australia, and I'm going to keep on the Cassanovas. The last album they put out was in 2023, so they're still producing. So hopefully we get some more from them, because like if you like that in your face, just cranking up the guitar and the good backbeat and some good vocals, and you know, there you go. Let me jump back in and see if we got any vocals yet. Let's see. There you go, a little bit of vocals right there, just to get so you don't forget, because they're kind of highlighting the music there, but it's some good vocals in there too, good vocals. But that's what we got. So we'll give you some local stuff. If you're in the area, you know, Scott County, Arizona, and you hear that Fred Elam's playing somewhere, you need to go see him, especially if Tony Begley's playing with him. You're going to get a good time. Tony can get that crowd fired up. He's an old veteran at it. Fred's been at it for quite a while now too. He's been doing it since he's a teenager, and I believe he's probably closing in on, you know, late 20s now. You know, maybe even 30. I don't know. I lose track of time. That's why we go over all the time. Over than what I intend anyway. But right now, go see them. Apocalyptic Lovers, if they're around the Cincinnati area and you get to see them, you know, that's your local band. Go support them, and I may even make a trip over there to watch them. You know, just to give me the live experience. But they've traveled. They went out to and they played at the Whiskey and got to open for Dave's idols, Dokken. He got to open, the band got to open for them out at the Whiskey, and I know that was a highlight for them because I was following them on Facebook, and then the Cassanovas. I'm gonna keep up with them. I suggest you do too. And but as usual, we're going to end with a little something. We end up with a mashup or an AI thing or whatever. And right now, I know one of the burning questions that a lot of people been on their mind for a long time. Can't tell you how many times I'm out and people they're there in the conversations. I overhear them, or they turn to me and because a lot of people they know me as the Music Man. They're like, "Hey, Music Man, what if Simon Garfunkel did Baby Got Back? Huh? Is there a chance that Simon and Garfunkel would ever be able to do Baby Got Back? A classic vocal duo, a classic songwriting team, and an iconic song such as Baby Got Back." I think I've said it enough times now. You get it. Simon Garfunkel, Baby Got Back.
I like big butts, I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. When a girl walks in with an itty-bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung, 'cause you noticed that butt was stuffed. You pull up tough, deep in the jeans she's wearing. What you gonna do with all that junk? All that junk inside that trunk? I'ma get you drunk, get you love drunk off my hump. What you gonna do with all that ass inside them jeans? Gonna make you scream, my hump, my hump, my hump.
Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. And I like the way they took a little Black Eyed Peas there at the end with My Humps and put it all together and just made it fit. It's hard to make an ass that big fit, but they made it fit. The lady bumps, they backed it up. They backed that ass up. So there you go. Now you know, Simon Garfunkel, Baby Got Back, My Humps. It is a possibility. It can happen. Because anything can happen here on the other side. If you don't think it can happen, look on the other side. Like, subscribe, so you don't never miss another episode of the other side of everything else. And you always got to keep looking on the other side when you look for everything else, because that's where everything else is. And until the next time, I'll see you on the other side.